All right, let's talk about the secret sauce behind almost every modern app you use. We're going to pull back the curtain on the powerful idea that lets them stay fast, reliable, and handle millions of users without even breaking a sweat. It's a huge shift in how we think about data, and it's called polyglot persistence. Let's jump right in. You know that feeling, right? It's Black Friday, a huge sale is on, and millions of people are hitting a shopping site at the exact same time, but it doesn't crash. Have you ever wondered how that's even possible? Well, the answer isn't just one giant, super powerful computer. It's a much smarter way of handling data.
You see, for the longest time, the old way of thinking was, let's just use one big database for everything. But that one-size-fits-all approach is like trying to build an entire house with only a hammer. I mean, sure, you can bang in some nails, but what are you going to do when you need to cut wood or drill a hole? It's slow, it's clumsy, and eventually things start to break. The smart way is to use the best tool for each job.
And that brings us to this kind of fancy-sounding term, polyglot persistence. But seriously, don't let the name intimidate you. The idea is actually super simple. Polyglot just means many tongues or many languages, and persistence is just a techie way of saying storing data. So you put it together, and it's simply using many different types of databases inside one single application. This right here is the perfect analogy. It's all about having a full toolbox. Just think about it. The data for user logins is completely different from the data for a product catalog. And that's totally different from what's inside someone's real-time shopping cart, right? Each of those jobs needs its own specialized tool to be done right. So, what are these specialized tools anyway? What's actually in this toolbox? Come on, let's pop it open and meet the specialists. First up, we've got the classic, the old reliable, the relational database. You've probably heard of SQL, right? Well, this is its home. This is the bedrock, the foundation you build on when things absolutely, positively have to be correct. The best way to think about a relational database is like a super strict spreadsheet. You've got your columns, you've got your rows, and every piece of data has to fit perfectly into its little box. There are rules, and you can't break them. And honestly, that rigidity is its superpower. For things like financial transactions, customer orders, or user logins, you want that strictness. You need to know that every single detail is 100% accurate every single time. Okay, but let's be real. Not all data in the world fits into neat and tidy boxes. What happens when your information is a little messier, a little more unpredictable, and it needs to change and grow over time? Well, for that, you need a totally different tool. And this is where document databases shine. Think of them like a filing cabinet, but it's full of these really flexible folders. So one folder for a t-shirt in your product catalog might have fields for size and color, but the very next folder for a laptop could have RAM and CPU speed. A document database handles that kind of variety with no problem at all, which is why it's perfect for things like product catalogs, blog posts, or user profiles that can change over time. Now, let's switch gears completely. Sometimes you don't really care about complex structure or flexibility. All you care about is one thing: speed. We're talking pure, simple, lightning-fast speed. You just need to get one piece of information, and you need it now. For that job, you call in the key-value database. The locker analogy is just perfect. You have a key, like a user's ID, and it instantly gives you the value, which is whatever's inside their locker, say the contents of their shopping cart. That's it. There's no complex searching, no filtering. Just, here's the key, give me the stuff. It's unbelievably fast, which makes it the absolute champion for managing user sessions or caching frequently used data. Okay, one last specialist on our tour. And this one tackles a really interesting challenge. What if the most important thing about your data isn't the individual pieces of information, but the complex relationships between them? This is the home turf of the graph database. Think of a family tree or a social network map. It's all about the connections. Asking a question like, show me the friends of my friends who are also interested in this product, is a total nightmare for most databases. But for a graph database, that's literally what it was built to do. It's why they're the engine behind social networks, recommendation engines, and even sophisticated fraud detection systems. Okay, so we've met the whole crew in our amazing toolbox. But so what? Why does any of this actually matter to you and the apps you use every day? Well, it turns out the payoff for using the right tools is absolutely huge. First, you get absolutely optimized performance. Apps feel instantaneous because the right parts of the system are using the right, super fast tool for their specific job. Second, you get much smarter scalability. Need to add 1 million more products to your catalog? No problem. You just scale up that one part of the system without affecting your payment processing at all. And third, you get incredible flexibility. If you want to add a brand new feature tomorrow, you can just plug in a new, specialized database that's perfect for it, without having to tear down and rebuild the whole house. I mean, when you put the two approaches side by side like this, the difference is just night and day. The old monolithic way is general purpose, which often means it's slow, it's rigid, and hard to change. With polyglot persistence, every single part of your system is optimized for its task. It can grow independently, and it's built to be adaptable for the future. And this isn't just a theory. This is how the best systems are built in the real world. Take that e-commerce site that kept crashing on busy days. A total nightmare, right? They had one big, slow database trying to do everything. So what did they do? They brought in the specialists. They used a relational database for secure orders, a document database for their huge product catalog, and a key value store for those lightning-fast shopping carts. And the result? No more crashes. The site became faster, more stable, and could handle any amount of traffic thrown at it. All right, so as we start to wrap this up, let's bring it all home. What are the key ideas you should really walk away with from all this? It really just boils down to this. Always use the right tool for the right job. If you have critical, structured data that absolutely must be accurate, use a relational database. If you have flexible, evolving information, go with a document database. If you need pure, blazing speed for things like caches, key value is your best friend. And if it's all about the connections between things, you need a graph database. The magic isn't in any single one of them, it's in knowing how to mix and match them wisely. So, the single most important idea to leave you with is this. The best modern applications aren't built with a single magic tool. They're built with a well-chosen team of specialists. Each database technology brings its own unique strengths to the table, and when you learn how to use them together, you can create software that's fast, scalable, and truly ready for whatever comes next.